Okay, I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. We appreciate you taking the time out on this lovely Saturday morning. At least here in Chicago, it's going to be a beautiful day. We hope it's going to be a beautiful day where you're at. Today we're going to be focused on core greens. And we're going to do a couple different things for core greens. We're going to show you a slide presentation that we've created for core greens. We've already developed a YouTube video. I have one that's personally branded to me at the end. We also created a non-branded version of this same video. The non-branded version is already hosted up on the Global Health Makeover YouTube channel. When we say non-branded, what it means is that when a person gets to the end of the presentation, as you're going to see today, there's no branding or attachment to me. It's completely non-branded, where their person is recommended to get back to the person who shared the information with them. And we're going to, again, like last week where we did Mystica, this week we're focused on core greens. We're going to do similar type of presentation. I'm going to first go through the actual slide presentation. I can't show you the video. You could see the video online, but because of the dynamics of a GoToMeeting platform, you can't hear the audio of a video that's being played. So I'm going to actually do the presentation that you would see online, and then after that presentation we'll talk about some ways that people have incorporated core greens into their lifestyle, and then from there I'm going to move into some marketing strategies for core greens. So with that said, here is the actual presentation. As I go through things, if for some reason slides aren't advancing, or you're not seeing things, or you're not hearing things, please go ahead and interrupt me. If you have some questions as we go through this first presentation, I would just ask that you would write them down, and then we can address them after we get through this presentation. This will be about a 13-minute segment, and here we go. In today's video, we're going to talk about core greens and how it can effectively address 5 keys to optimal health. But first, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of green fusion technology? Most people have a quizzical look on their face when they're asked this question, but it goes away when they understand that the technology started with juicing. People would take organic grasses and extract the nutrients into liquid form to drink. This evolved into frozen, fresh, or encapsulated forms that you could add to your diet. Today, it has risen to an advanced process that concentrates chlorophyll and other photosynthetic elements from grasses and vegetables into a convenient and easily digestible form to help protect healthy cells, support the immune system, and act as a natural detoxifier. In fact, a good green fusion product will provide all the necessary ingredients to meet the 5 keys to optimal health and nutrition. These 5 keys are antioxidant protection against free radical damage. Health experts agree that free radical damage at the cellular level is one of the key factors in aging and disease formation. Antioxidants are our best defense against the daily damage these free radicals try to inflict on our cells. The second key is nutritional diversity and abundance. It's important to consume a variety of nutritious foods in proper combinations because certain nutrients and their cofactors synergistically act together to provide greater health benefits. The third key is proper digestion and absorption. Proper digestion is critical for the absorption of nutrients so that our bloodstream can deliver them to our cells. Digestive enzymes help our digestive tract operate more effectively and efficiently. Detoxification is our 4th key to optimal health and nutrition. Every day, we're exposed to destructive toxins that over time gradually weaken our immune system. This allows diseases to gain a foothold in our body. Chlorophyll and other plant-based substances help to prevent this type of buildup and act as excellent detoxifiers. And the 5th key to optimal health is the acid-alkaline balance. The typical American or Western diet consists mainly of red meat, dairy products, grain, and dark-colored drinks. This kind of food consumption constitutes an acidic diet. Too many acids can adversely affect your body. Plus, it gives most diseases the desired environment from which to grow and spread. your body is designed to be slightly alkaline and will do whatever it takes to maintain its alkaline balance. Now, before we examine core greens and how it can maximize these 5 keys to optimal health and nutrition, I'd like to highlight a study and a testimonial on the power of a plant-based diet to harness this green fusion technology. Lindsay Tanner is an AP medical writer, and she highlights a study out of the October issue of Neurology. This study involved 3,718 Chicago area men and women aged 65 and older. Chicago is the land of deep dish pizza and all beef hot dogs. Sometimes the only vegetables consumed are the glow-in-the-dark relish added to the hot dog. These study participants were followed for 6 years, and what researchers found was startling. On measures of mental sharpness, older people who ate more than 2 servings of vegetables daily appeared about 5 years younger at the end of the 6-year study when compared to those who ate few or no vegetables. And the other startling observation from this study was that the consumption of fruit had no effect on cognitive function. This means a diet rich in vegetables is key. And while the following testimonial is an anecdote, it does show the power of adding plant-based nutrition to your diet. According to Loretta, I have lost 12 pounds. My fasting blood sugar has gone from 120 to 107. My cholesterol has dropped from 193 to 157, a whopping 36 points. My LDL, bad cholesterol, has dropped from 122 to 82, a whopping 40 points. Even my doctor was astounded at this number. My blood pressure has dropped from 138/78 to 118/76. I have changed nothing else in my eating or exercising routine since taking the greens. I'm taking 1.5 liters a day of greens. Both the Chicago study and Loretta's testimonial remind me of an observation made many years ago by Thomas Edison. Quote, "Until man duplicates the blade of grass, nature can laugh at his so-called scientific knowledge. Remedies from chemicals will never stand in favor compared with the products of nature, the living cell of the plant, the final result of the rays of the sun, the mother of all life." End of quote. And green fusion technology seeks to optimize the nutritional components of grasses by harnessing the power of chlorophyll and other photosynthetic elements found in the vegetable world. Core Greens from Synergy Worldwide utilizes advanced green fusion technology to concentrate chlorophyll and other photosynthetic elements from grasses and vegetables into a convenient, easily digestible form. Before we look at the ingredients in this product, here are the stated benefits. Core Greens will help protect healthy cells, support the immune system, and act as a natural detoxifier. Core Greens has a high concentration of antioxidants to help protect you from free radical damage. Core Greens is nutritionally diverse to provide an abundance of vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, enzymes, amino acids, and essential fatty acids to aid in proper digestion and absorption. Core Greens provides an alkalizing effect to help you successfully follow a pH balancing program. To help accomplish these benefits, Core Greens contains the following key ingredients. Wheatgrass. Properly produced wheatgrass contains over 100 vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, essential fatty acids, and antioxidants. It is highly regarded because it can single-handedly support the human body. In addition to revitalizing and energizing your body, wheatgrass also offers a concentrated amount of chlorophyll to enhance immunity and support healthy cell metabolism. Barley grass. This grass has been shown to support healthy cholesterol levels already within a normal range. Studies also support the antioxidant benefits of barley grass to fight free radicals. Many consider barley grass to be the most nutritionally well-balanced of all the green foods. Lemongrass. Lemongrass has been used for centuries. Herbalists use lemongrass to support the nervous, digestive, and immune systems. It also is highly regarded for its healing qualities. Artichoke leaf. While most people prefer to eat the heart of artichokes, it is the leaf that actually contains the vast majority of its nutrients, minerals, and phytonutrients like quercetin and rutin to provide healthy benefits. According to the 2004 United States Department of Agriculture study on antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables, artichokes ranked in the top 4 for vegetables and 7th overall. Cucumber fruit. Many people think this is a vegetable, but it's really a nutritious fruit that contains phytonutrients such as flavonoids, lignans, and triterpenes, which have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-cancer benefits. Okra pods. This vegetable has a 3,500-year history of providing medicinal benefits. It's high in vitamin C and folate, and its fiber has long been used to aid in digestion while helping to stabilize blood sugar levels. Cruciferous vegetables. Kale, cabbage, and broccoli are part of a family of vegetables called cruciferous vegetables. They are a natural source of phytonutrients, including indoles, that help protect against cell damage and modulate the body's natural metabolism. Plus, core greens includes celery seeds, parsley leaves, spinach leaves and stems, tomato fruit, peppermint leaves, rosemary leaves, sage leaves, spearmint leaves and flowers, and thyme leaves to help protect against cell damage and aid in digestion. That's a pretty impressive lineup of ingredients, all designed to effectively address the 5 keys to optimal health and nutrition. Plus, it's cost effective. Wheat, barley, and lemongrass are fairly expensive. And while prices are going to vary from store to store, I went to the Whole Foods store where I live. Let's just look at one ingredient, wheatgrass. I could buy a 16-ounce bag for $15.99 and then take it home to juice it. To save myself time and cleanup, I could instead buy a 12-ounce package of frozen wheatgrass already in liquid form. That ran $17.99 or $1.50 per 1-ounce shot. Or I could save myself travel time and preparation time and use core greens that contains wheatgrass and 18 additional nutrients. With 30 servings per canister, it is substantially less than anything I could put together through a Whole Foods program. Absolutely more cost effective, while providing me with all the following benefits: phytonutrients to protect healthy cells, support the immune system, and act as a natural detoxifier; antioxidants to combat free radicals and help counter cell damage; chlorophyll to enhance the immune system and protect cells; alkalizing formula to hydrate and detoxify the body while helping to maintain a proper pH; diverse greens to enhance energy and provide an abundance of vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, enzymes, amino acids, and essential fatty acids to aid in proper digestion and absorption. Bottom line, core greens is an easy method to shortcut the process of eating and preparing your 2 to 4 servings of vegetables per day, all while delivering the benefits of a plant-based nutritional program. If this makes sense to you, and you see core greens as a viable and convenient option to help optimize your health and nutrition, then please get back to the person who shared this video with you. They're passionate about helping others, and core greens can be a foundational product on which to build a healthy life. Now, that's the slide presentation that we have. We've, as I shared at the beginning of our conversation this morning, we have the non-branded version that you just saw now, actually hosted up on the Global Health Makeover YouTube channel. Bob Wishmeyer has the information. his person, Suzanne, who uh, helps him be able to maintain the website, the Global Health Makeover website. She'll be putting that video up on the Global Health Makeover website so that you'll have both last week's Mystica video as well as the one that we have now for Core Greens. You have a non-branded version for Mystica, you have a non-branded version for Core Greens, and now it just becomes an aspect of marketing. Before I talk about marketing, I just wanted to see if people had any questions on the video, as well as if anyone had any suggestions on how you personally take Core Greens. I know that Betsy Bartlett can't be on the call this morning. She had sent me an email, and what she does for Core Greens is that she sprinkles that onto her food in the morning. So instead of, it'd be like sprinkling pepper. So she seasons her food with Core Greens. I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never tried it that way, so I don't know what it tastes like. I know last week the suggestion was to add it to your morning shake. So I actually did that this morning. It's the first time, personally, I've tried Core Greens in powdered form, and I had a hard time tolerating the taste of Core Greens in liquid form. So I've not really used Core Greens for the last couple years. This morning I put a scoop of Core Greens into my shake. Now I do a morning shake. I'm going to be doing a new video this coming week on what I call my ORAC shake. What I do in the morning is I use a base of almond milk. I throw in almost a shot glass of Mystica. I add to that some things like flax hull lignans that I use to stimulate lignans within our body. Lignans within your body help to address certain types of cancer cells. So lignans are great for boosting the immune system. So I have that, plus I throw in spinach, and then I put in 2 scoops of the vanilla health shake from Synergy Worldwide. I put in 1 scoop of the chocolate health shake from Synergy Worldwide. I add to that frozen blueberries, frozen raspberries, frozen blackberries, frozen strawberries. I throw in about a good tablespoon of sunflower butter. Sunflower butter, we at our health food store we're able to find it where it has the salt but no sugar, and it basically tastes the same as peanut butter but has no allergens to it. It provides a consistent body to the shake, plus it gives me additional calories to hold my appetite. And then this morning I added a scoop of Core Greens to that, and I was surprised. I thought I would notice the taste of Core Greens a whole lot more than mentally I thought I was going to really taste that, and I didn't. I could tell that it was there, but it was a subtle taste as opposed to a dominant taste. And because of my experience of this morning, I'll continue now to add 1 scoop of Core Greens to my morning ORAC shake. And it'll be a great addition. It'll help me to get, when you look at my morning shake, between the fruits and vegetables that I add, spinach and all the other fruits, as well as now Core Greens, I'm getting most likely 6-8 servings of vegetables all in one shake. It's the most convenient way for me to get all these things in. It saves me a huge amount of preparation time. I've never ever gotten tired of drinking my ORAC shake in the morning. I look forward to it every day. If I travel, I don't have it, but any time that I'm home, I don't think that I've missed out of maybe 1 or 2 days out of all the days that I've been home that I've missed making that morning shake. Does anyone else have any suggestions in terms of how they add Core Greens into their diet?
Dan?
Yes, Tammy.
I started incorporating the Core Greens into smoothie shakes. I'm currently doing like a 21-day cleanse, and I've incorporated that in my diet. And I have an afternoon called the Green Monster Smoothie. Where
Okay.
I'll put almond milk, Core Greens, apple, cucumber, kale, celery, green apple, lime juice, and coconut oil. So
All right,
I
that's
can't
interesting.
taste it at all.
All right. Yeah, Will you send me? I'm going to send you some things this morning. Will you send me back your recipe for that?
Absolutely, I can. And you can even do it in the morning, like you said. I mean, you just can't taste it.
Yeah, no, that's a great suggestion because then we can give people some different options in terms of how they want to make their smoothie. You know, some people might, from a cleansing standpoint, like you're doing, they might do one type of smoothie in the morning and then a different type of smoothie in the afternoon. So that's great. Anyone else have any suggestions in terms of how they incorporate core greens into their lifestyle?
Very good morning, all.
Good morning, Donald.
I just want to say hi to all, and I look forward to seeing some recipes because I don't, although I use these shakes and that kind of stuff, that kind of granular stuff I am not yet into. So I would appreciate if I can see some recipes, coming my way or our way. If you would share your recipes.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'll do is next week when we send out the Friday newsletter for next Saturday's presentation, and next Saturday's presentation will be Bob Wishmeyer showing you how to utilize the Global Health Makeover website as well as your features and in your Synergy back office. So Bob will be the presenter next week. But when I send out the email on Friday, what I'll do is I'm recording today's presentation, so you'll have a link to today's presentation. Plus, I'll also add the recipes. I'll add my recipe. I'll add Tammy's recipe. If people have other recipes, you can certainly email that to me, and we can make sure that you get that, Donald. And you made a comment, Donald, about it being granular. What I noticed when I added to my smoothie this morning, there was no change in the texture of the smoothie. So my smoothie this morning had the same texture in terms of how it, how it, I'm not sure the right terminology in terms of, the feel that it has in your mouth. There was no change to that by adding core greens.
Right.
Anyone else have any comments or suggestions before we go into marketing? All right, so up on the Global Health Makeover YouTube channel, the non-branded version is up. If you go to YouTube and you type in Global Health Makeover in the search bar for YouTube, you can go then to the Global Health Makeover channel, and on that channel you will see both the non-branded version for Mystica that we did last week and showed, as well as the non-branded version for core greens. Now, from a marketing standpoint, there's a huge market for this product. Let me get out of the slide presentation and I'll come back into it. What I want to do is I want to pull up a website. I did some searching, and this website that I'm on is for a specific company that markets green products. Now, when you do a search for green products, you'll get a combination of things. You'll get green products in what I call the health arena in terms of what you're consuming, but you'll also see a lot of green products with regards to environmental green products for housing and things that you're doing from that standpoint. So you have to kind of search through your information. If you look up on my toolbar up here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says Market for Green Fusion Products. So that's the search term that I used for my Google search, and there was a lot of information. Like I said, some of that information went to housing green products, but I found several pieces of information with regards to consumable green products, like what we're talking. Green, Core Greens is a green consumable product. And this company had what I felt was a very interesting graphic. They're showing the trends. These are the trends that they see in the industry in terms of where people are going in looking for consuming good quality greens. And if you'll notice, people are looking for things that are more organic. You can see the increase from 2013 to 2015. Here from a vegetarian standpoint, you can see that from 2013 to 2015, there's been almost a 3% increase globally of people looking for more vegetarian-based diet, and what we have in core greens would naturally fit that market. Vegans, this would naturally fit the market for both vegans and vegetarians. And you can see that there's a market for people looking for gluten-free. Now, Synergy does not put on their outside label that this product is gluten-free, but it is. Now, people might say, well, you've got wheat in it. Well, that's true. But you have to understand that there's a difference in nutritional profile between wheatgrass and the grain wheat. Completely different nutritional profile. Grains have completely, when that plant is completely developed and goes to seeding as a grain, and the grain is harvested, the grain has a completely different nutritional profile than what the grass does. So wheatgrass by itself does not contain any gluten. And because you're using grasses and plant-based nutrition, there's nothing in the product Core Greens that would constitute anything that has gluten to it. But Synergy doesn't, label it gluten-free. And Synergy doesn't label it GMO or I should say non-GMO, because again, this is part of your education process of people who might want to use the product if these things come up. The answer to that is, well, is it non-GMO? Well, we don't worry about non-GMO because what we're doing is we're getting original seed sourcing. And so when everything comes in, we don't look to see whether it's certified organic, because just because it's certified organic doesn't mean that it isn't contaminated. So what Synergy does is when all their raw material comes in, they have exacting specifications for every ingredient that goes into Core Greens. There is a nutritional profile for every one of those ingredients. Just like you have a fingerprint on your finger that's different than my fingerprint on my finger, which identifies us for who we are, the same thing happens with regards to any nutritional ingredient on any kind of plant. They can tell exactly where it comes from, if it came from the stem, if it came from the leaf, if it came from the flower. And so what Synergy does is they have exacting specifications for what goes into their ingredients into this product. Everything is quarantined. Everything is then taken up and tested, and it's tested to make sure that it's exactly what they're looking for from the exact part of the plant that they want. It's tested to make sure that there are no contaminants. It's tested down to parts per billion for herbicides and pesticides, and it's tested down to parts per trillion for heavy metals. So they don't worry about whether it's certified organic. They're worried about whether it's been contaminated. And so that's the important aspect, is making sure that you can have a farm that is, quote, organic, but because of water from a non-organic farm spilling over onto the organic farm, or air pollutants that come from the organic farm or non-organic farm by air coming over onto the organic, you don't have to worry, because Synergy does that all in their testing process to make sure that you've got the purity and potency that they're looking for in their product. So that's your way of answering those types of questions. But as you can see by the chart on the screen, there is a very large market for people who are vegetarian and vegan, and this is an ideal product. Or maybe there's a market for people who are wanting to become more health conscious in what they're doing. Well, again, if we can show them ways to be able to incorporate this into their lifestyle in a fairly easy way. So for example, let me again pull this up so you can see the slide presentation. You've got vegetarians, you've got vegans, you've got health conscious people. Now, Tammy's making a shake for cleansing. I make a shake not for cleansing. I make a shake for consumption, to get all the things that I need in my morning breakfast. Well, there's a wide market for people who are already making health shakes, and here is another ingredient that they could easily add to their health shake that is fairly which is very cost effective, and provides them with a huge amount of benefits. So the market, like I said, is fairly large. You just need to begin to tap into that market. Now, what's the easiest way of doing that? Well, like everything that we teach from a marketing standpoint, it's all about engaging people in conversation. And in the process of conversation, you could easily add questions. Tammy, do you do any kind of juicing or health shakes at all in your daily diet?
Dan, yes, I do. I just started. I just started it. This is day number 3 for me. So not only am I incorporating the core greens in my diet, but I'm also incorporating a lot of other
Okay, so Tammy,
products that
since we're gonna do a little role playing here, don't tell me that you're using core greens. Just tell me all the other things that you're doing. So Tammy, so you're doing a health shake. It's tell me what kind of things do you put into your shake?
For my lunch smoothie, I put almond milk. I put pineapples, cucumbers, kale, celery, green apples, limes, and coconut oil. And I also put in wheatgrass.
Oh, interesting. So Tammy, are you doing that from a nutrition standpoint, or are you doing that for something else?
It's definitely for a nutritional, trying to get my eating habits on the right track. So it's definitely a nutritional standpoint.
That's fantastic. Uh, just out of curiosity, I came across a product called Core Greens that I think might be interesting to you. It incorporates wheatgrass, since you've already adding that, plus it has 18 other plant-based and some fruit-based nutritional ingredients. It actually helps you optimize the 5 keys to optimal health. And there's a video about this product. If you're interested, I'd love to send you a link to that video, and then you can let me know if that seems like something you might want to incorporate into what you're doing. Would you be
Oh, that
interested?
sounds great. I'm always looking for good quality products to put in my shakes, and if it has more than the wheatgrass, I'm thinking that there's going to be added benefits to trying your product.
Yeah, okay. So what I'll do, let me make sure that I got your email address, Tammy, and then when I get home, I'll send that to you. Would that be all right?
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks so much for suggesting that.
Yeah. So again, thank you, Tammy. We just role played a bit this morning, and in your conversations with people, just asking questions about do you do a health shake at all? And if they say no, then it's no. They're not a candidate. Or if they say no and why are you asking, then you can tell them why. I came across a product called Core Greens that is a way to get our 2 to 4 servings of vegetables on a daily basis in a much more convenient form. And I thought maybe if you were doing a health shake, that might be something that you might be interested in adding to your health shake. Are you interested in this type of product? You come back with a question, are you interested in this type of product? And then they'll tell you yes or no. And if it's no, they're not a candidate. You move on. You talk about other things with that person. If they say yes, then you have the opportunity to send them an email. Now, I've got an email created here, but I'm going to tell you the email that I've got created here, and then out of my conversation with Tammy, I'm going to tell you how I would change this email. So the subject line is, hey, are you interested in an easy way to get your vegetables? And again, subject lines, when you write them, I've learned how to write my subject lines when I'm looking to create interest by asking a question, because a question always demands an answer. And so the body of the email is, Dear John, I don't know about you, but I'm always searching for good nutritional products that can help me naturally improve my health. I just came across a YouTube video for a product called Core Greens that makes it convenient to get my 2 to 4 servings of vegetables per day. It addresses the 5 keys to optimal health, and I thought you might be interested. Here's the link to the video. There's the link. Check it out and let me know your thoughts. Now, you could send that email to everyone in your database. And if they're interested, they're interested. If they're not interested, they're not interested. All you're doing from a marketing standpoint is you're trying to create an interest, and if the interest is there, telling them what you have and what you can offer them. And so this is a fairly non-threatening way to create interest. You're not directly selling anything. You're looking to see if this would be of interest to them. And you can choose to do a follow-up, or you can choose not to. You know, I don't really put some type of follow-up, you know, John, I'm going to call you in 2 days to see what you thought about it. If you want to do that, add it to your email. I just telling John, check it out and let me know your thoughts. I'm going to leave it up to John to contact me. Now, how I would change this with regards to Tammy is I would say in subject line, hey, Tammy, here's the video about getting your vegetables in your morning in your health shake. Or, hey, Tammy, here's the video on wheatgrass and 18 other ingredients for your health shake. And then, dear Tammy, hey, it was great talking with you today, and I'm impressed that you're taking steps to improve your health. In our discussion, I talked about a product that I came across that contains wheatgrass as well as 18 other nutritional ingredients. Here's the YouTube video. Click on the link. It's going to show you how this product addresses the 5 keys to optimal health, and I think you'll be interested. Link. Let me know your thoughts, and if you see this as something that you might want to add to your shake and what you're doing to improve your health. Now, that's a rough email off the top of my head. And what I would do is I would type that email out, and then I would read it out loud and make sure that it sounded like I'm having a conversation with Tammy. And once it sounded right to me, and I've got it in the order that I want it to, I can then use that template email, send it to Tammy. But as I engage in other people in conversation through my daily life of meeting people and get good at asking questions, now when people respond positively, I already have a crafted email that I can use, and then I just have to make sure that I don't send, if I'm talking to Mary, I don't say, Dear Tammy. You know, I just go into the email and I change the name of the person I'm talking to so that it's to them, and I can basically send that same basic email to everyone that is using a health shake of some form, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, to improve their health, and now that becomes a person that I can market to. Hopefully that makes sense, and you can see the way that you can incorporate this into your Synergy business. Do we have any questions from anyone with regards to what you've seen so far this morning?
Dan?
Yes, Penny.
I did a presentation last week, and it actually went very well. And when I was, the place that I have it is in my living room, and underneath my TV I have all our Synergy products displayed there. And so I used a couple of your videos in Who Wants Improved Health, and then talked about each person's issues that they had. And one of the interesting things I found in this particular case and is that the videos brought up a lot of questions, and then when they saw the different products, it allowed me to introduce other, like the core greens and the Mystica, which I was able to do. Now, all these people that were here have various health problems. One lady was willing to, was interested in the product, but she's taken moringa. Did we not used to make a product like that at one time?
Yes, Synergy used to have a great product, and why they took it off, I don't know, but yes.
Well, okay, so I mentioned that to her, and I said, unfortunately, we're not making it anymore. But in 3 days, she's actually seen results, and she's also having some energy healing. So she says, I'm not interested right now, but you never know. Well,
sure.
As I've talked to her and I've had her fill out that health sheet, and because these were friends of a friend, I kind of had a small lunch for us, and so got to know each other. I didn't go over the health information in the meeting. But they did have some questions, like one girl is really allergic to different fruits. Now, I answered the questions about the wheat issue, and I wasn't as eloquent as you did, but I did get the same point across, so I was very proud of myself when I heard how you answered it. But with the allergies that people have, with the quality of our product and like the way you mentioned, it comes from the grass stage or the wheat stage, the grass stage. And is there enough in there that people could have reactions, or can we offer the opportunity that it might be something that they could try? And then, of course, with the money-back guarantee, I guess I really wasn't sure how to answer that, so I didn't.
Well, when you look at core greens, Penny, the only wheat... when you look at core greens, the only fruit that's in it is cucumber.
Right.
And outside of that, so if most of our allergies center on, quote, fruits, there really would most likely be no issue with regards to anything.
So what about barley? She mentioned...
Well, again, there's a difference between barley, because most people who take barley are taking like barley soup. Barley soup is made from a grain as opposed to a grass. So the same thing with regards to allergy issues with regards to gluten or wheat or barley or things of that nature. Well, that doesn't apply to a grass. Again, the nutritional profile of a grass is completely different than the nutritional profile of a grain. So you're not getting barley grain and wheat grain. You're getting barley grass and wheat grass. Big, big difference.
Well, and I knew about the wheat, but when she brought up the barley and another issue, I didn't really know. Mm-hmm. And so I wasn't able to, but I knew I was going to ask you this question today. And then what about like Mystica, because of the fruits in Mystica?
Well, I don't know of any of the fruits that are in Mystica that would have any kind of allergy reaction. I mean, when you look, when people go through an elimination diet, the fruits that are part of Mystica, I've never seen on causing allergies or anything of that nature. And from a personal testimonial of myself, I used to have a huge problem with allergies, especially in the fall. Now that I've been using Mystica, I don't. So Mystica has boosted my immune system, and none of the ingredients in Mystica cause an allergy reaction for me. In fact, it's helped me deal with the pollens and the other things that are in the air that would overwhelm my system and cause me to have symptoms. Now I've got a higher immune system, so I don't have those problems anymore. And I would go back to the lady and say, hey, I was able to get some answers to you with regards to this barley. Again, it's the same thing with regards to wheat. This is not wheat grain or barley grain. These are grasses. And so when you're dealing with grasses, the nutritional profile is completely different, and there's not the allergens in grasses like you experience through the grains.
Okay, and I wasn't sure, and I decided not to, but I did say I would find out. And there's a lot of opportunity for follow-up here. They've asked me for different things, and I told them I would send them the link to it all. So we're just beginning to develop a relationship, and I'm learning more, and so it was just a very, very educational and a very nice presentation. I was very pleased. So thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have any questions or comments for this morning? Okay, well, I take it by the silence that we've answered most of your questions. I want to thank you for your time this morning. I hope you found it to be of value to you. And you have now another resource that if you want to begin to enter the market of people who are looking to add green-based products from the nutritional standpoint into their diet, you've got a fantastic product in Core Greens that can easily be added to what they're doing and is pretty cost effective. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Saturday.